Alright guys, a little video real quick on the drive home. Hopefully the AC is not too loud. It's hot here in Florida. It's been raining and hot and then raining and then hot and back and forth. But it's that time of year where we get that. And back at the end of July here, it'll be hotter than hell and no wind probably and no rain. But we'll see. Alright, real quick. Congratulations Tampa Bay Lightning. Second victory in the Stanley Cup Finals. Going to Montreal. I think the game is Friday night. And, if we go up there and might get it done up there. We might win 2 in a row. If they don't take one and get us back here, which at the end of the day, I'd really like us to win it here, our home ice in Game 5. I do perceive that being the case at this point. I really do. And that would be fantastic just to continue the Tampa Bay that we have going on, and then, leading into football, and then with baseball going on, and then having just teams that are all excelling at one time is fantastic. Hobby news. PSA with the $200 submission level now, if that was their big opening for July of more stuff, that's not what we're looking for. Now Nat Turner buying a piece with the group of Golden Auctions. I know you start looking at it and you're like, this one guy is getting himself into all the main interest and or angles for the hobby. And is it good to have one guy that we hope is a good guy and seems like a pretty good guy, and there's a business sense to it too, but he's also a collector and he sees the value in this, and that's fine. But how many times do you want the same hand in the same pot, that everybody else has to dip into at the end of the day? And it feels a little sketchy, but that doesn't mean he can't be a pioneer or an ambassador. It's so funny, when I heard that news, I was like, I already know what Ziggy's thinking, conspiracy. But there's nothing wrong with that, because you got to look at that part of it too. Only time will tell. It just really feels like he's cornering a version of the market. Outside of him buying Panini, which, who knows, that could happen too. And at that point, he's creating his own monopoly, and good for him. But I think it's a little weird, but it's maybe because they see the dollars and he has the money to do it. I don't really know. I know when I watched him on Jeff's show, he was complaining about not wanting to grade a card because it's not in the $20 value and you can't get it graded right now. Maybe, but last I checked, he's the boss, and if he wants you to grade his $20 card quickly, you're going to do it. That's kind of how business works when you own the company. But whatever, it is what it is. That's my thoughts on that one. Now, retail-wise, Target still doesn't have baseball, football, or basketball cards. Hockey, UFC, soccer, a few other oddball things, obviously a whole bunch of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Magic the Gathering are all pretty much available at Targets now. Most Targets still have a limit on the product that you can purchase, so be mindful of that. Walmart, the interesting thing they did with Anderson, who puts out the stuff for MJ Holdings, is they told their employees to start stocking on times that people aren't usually in a high traffic for the store, and also no longer wait to stock. Because I guess they were kind of told to do sports cards in their stocking system. Because remember, a lot of people that do this at Walmart, they don't just stock cards. They have a bunch of other jobs they do there with stocking and inventory. And they pretty much told them to do these on days that they wouldn't expect it. So like you always expected Friday, now all of a sudden you might see it Monday. And they'll just hold the product over, or it comes in Monday and they put it out on Tuesday. Or they stock it first thing in the morning, and later in the week they get another box and they put that out. So it's really going to be very hit or miss at Walmart's if it hasn't already started at your Walmart. I know our Walmarts around here literally stocked almost every day of the week now, Monday through Sunday at some point. And it hasn't always been in the morning, hasn't always been in the middle of the day, and it hasn't always been in the evening. And if you're really chasing stuff, it's very, very frustrating. But at this point, you can literally walk into the store in the middle of the day and see somebody stocking it, or see that it was just stocked. And you're going to see more of that across the country moving forward right now, because that's kind of what they're doing. Now the drops right now, Prism football just started showing up down here. College football, not the new stuff. And I'm really staying away from the college stuff right now. It is a little fun. It's that first glimpse, but it doesn't hold value long term unless somebody turns into a Patrick Mahomes type player. Trevor Lawrence already has like 100,000 autographs or more out there as it is in a released product. So his stuff is going to be very watered down and available everywhere. And if you're going to really think about prospecting for him and keeping stuff for the future, you're really going to want low numbered stuff or rare things, because everything else is not rare. I do not like what Prism did with putting all those downtowns of players that don't even have a card in the set outside of that, and or making so many people. I think the downtown set's 150 players. Somebody told me, I could be completely wrong, but I've already seen cards of players I've never heard of before in my life. And that product and that type of product inside Prism is for like elite things. And this is them just throwing money grabs out there. This is when stuff's getting bad and they're not respecting the hobby, and they're literally just like make money, print. And we are seeing that. Now we have more people collecting than we did before in the past, and we're still not at the junk wax era, but how people like to call this a junk slab era. I agree with that, because you're going to end up seeing PSA 9 and 10s of cards in 5 to 10 years that people graded and that player never panned out. And the $1 to $5, take this off my hands, please. But be mindful of what you buy if you're buying it for a perspective thing, or if you're collecting it. Obviously, it doesn't really matter. Just collect what you love. Now, what am I looking at buying right now to actually attempt to flip, which I don't really do a whole lot of, is going to be Olympic cards and athletes that I believe will do very well this year, and or new young athletes that will have an impact on sports that we've already been playing, and you see the same guys, and now you have this new young guy that made the team, and do they have a real opportunity to impact the game? And those are the type of people I'm going to be targeting, as well as a few others on other teams that are just in their country are gods. And over here we're like, oh yeah guys, that 10 gold medal is good for him. Over there they can do whatever they want. They're praised. So and with the eBay being worldwide and being able to get cards everywhere, that it's not a bad idea to take that avenue and take a look at that. But all right guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope to see y'all soon. Take care.